Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm Ali Kane, host of the Weekly Blaze. We're kind of turning into nearly a daily Blaze show at the minute. Crazy times. We've been slogging away, working hard, and we've got some announcements for the community tonight. So come on ahead there, Josh, Rainman. Come on up, join me on the screen.
Yo, yo.
What
Yeah,
up?
we've been slogging away, and the fruits of our labor are ready for picking. Woohoo!
Yeah,
So,
we're very
Josh,
excited.
how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm a little bit speechless actually. Super excited. We've had a lot of good news today. I feel like probably we've made more progress in the last 12 hours than we have in the last 2 weeks, which is quite a big deal.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever launched anything and built anything will understand that a lot happens in sort of the last few hours before actually, you deploy the contracts and everything. So yeah, we've made some amazing progress today. It's been actually pretty impressive to watch the devs and the auditors going back to back and getting things really finalized. And yeah, we are there. Everything's green lighted, big stamp of approval, and we're ready to go. So yeah, super exciting day, man.
Yeah, I see Rich Landon's in the chat there saying we need another audit.
No more, no
what do
more.
you what do you what do you what do you what do you say to that one, Josh?
I mean, we sort of touched on it with Mike last week. We've we're audited out of the yin yang at the minute, and some of the first audits are probably null and void now because we've changed a lot of the contract, and that was only because of stuff that we'd found in those early days. So they were very much needed. But the auditors that we've got on board at the minute, the two auditors that we've got, absolutely unreal. They're some of the best in the industry, and they have commented on the code, commented on the dev, and who we've got working for us, and they're super stoked as well. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean that thing you say that just we've kind of accomplished. It's like the final little all the final little bits just seem to take so long to come together, and we kind of touched on it as well with Mike Dean last week. Is that waiting on audit reports to come back? It's a kind of frustrating time. It can take weeks that you're sitting there with not much. You can't really progress too much. You just got to sit and wait for the things to come back, make the fixes, make the changes, and it's a slow and laborious process. So yeah, I'm excited. I took a day off today, thinking that yeah, because I was even chatting with Colleen earlier today. And she's like, "Right, you don't have anything on this weekend, do you?" I'm like, "No, all good. We're it's all systems go next week. We've got streams lined up every night this week." So I was staying off the phone, and it hit like I don't even know 4 o'clock today before I even picked up my phone to have a look, and then there was whatever 400 or 500 messages in our builders telegram, so I knew something was happening. Josh had to actually ring me and say, "Right, shit's getting real here. Get your finger out of your ass and come join us." So,
Yeah, well, I knew you was out at the races yesterday, so I assumed you were just hanging from the day before, and you just turned your phone off and left us all to it.
no, not even. Because I'll be honest. You see, streaming every night, it's freaking exhausting. We're working all day. Might go home. Spend time with the family, and then at the minute we're coming back and going back to the office every night to do streams, and it's been tiring. So we know with the way we've been operating for this last while, we haven't been streaming at the weekend. So it's like, yes, it's going to be hectic, busy. Now we didn't know when the launch was going to be until today, until we announce here. So I was kind of thinking, right, if I have a nice relaxing weekend, we can go full steam ahead next week. But then you motherfuckers came along now and accomplished all the last bits today. So
Yeah.
how you feeling about what happened today, Rain Man?
I mean, it's impressive because watching our devs work with our auditors, I mean, they've been in tandem and they've accomplished some things that are, it's just, I mean, I've never seen it done before. And so working together, we have a good thing we have a team of 8. I will say that for sure, right? Because we wouldn't be here right now if we didn't. Working together, working with, and it's not just a team of 8. There's the other side of, the back end developers, the auditors, and everyone else. And it's been a pleasure to watch and come together, and the testnet's functioning. Everything's great. Our audits, they have children that are audits basically at this point, so there will be no nonsense about any of our audits. They're crystal clean. So it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we can have a chat here, but I suppose we may as well give the community the news they want to hear when we're launching. Yeah,
they probably want to know.
Yeah. So Blaze will be launching on Wednesday, the 26th at 11 a.m. GMT, around 11 a.m. GMT. So this Wednesday, it's coming. We'll be launching fully decentralized. We'll be launching this thing out into the wild. We'll have no control over it. Once it goes, it will hopefully fly. It's exciting times. But yeah, what have we got then? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days, and we're away. Exciting times, Josh. What do you think?
Yeah, no, man. We've still got a bit to do in terms of getting ourselves out there and some last minute testing and stuff. But yeah, 26th is sort of dialed in now. It's out there. I would say one thing is that we are aiming for 11 a.m. GMT. Deployment can take an hour, 2 hours, so it will be roughly around that. We can't say until we're almost at that sort of time zone and time, moment in time. So just base yourself around 11 a.m. GMT, and you won't go too far wrong.
Yeah, just pay attention. It takes some time to get everything right, so that's when it begins. So God willing.
Good,
right, gentlemen.
So it will be, now that the date's out, it'll be really nice to, I suppose, you move on to the next part of the project, obviously the launch, but now we really can concentrate on, getting out there and talking about how the protocol works. Whenever we launch as well, we're going to be able to consistently talk about what's happening, what's looking good within the protocol, where may the opportunities be. We can discuss people's strategies. Maybe even now that we've got that launch date out, a lot of the community can maybe start talking about what their strategies are going to be. It was interesting to see Travon pop up in the Telegram group today.
We've got Steve DeFi in the green room. Bring him up. Bring him up.
Give me a head nod, Steve. You ready, brother?
Special guest.
All right, here he is. All right.
All right, guys.
The man with the master plan.
When launch? Did
you not hear the news? Did you not hear the news, Steve? How you doing, brother? How you feeling?
It's been a brilliant day, and what a fantastic! It's just going to be amazing, smooth. The protocol's running, so this is great. It's like when Richard Hart has his on Pulse Chain and launched that remote control car that just went perfect. That's kind of how Blaze is right now. So good stuff.
So what do you think about, Steve, just how you and Josh were, you guys really worked extremely well in tandem with these auditors, and the auditors working with our developers. And I mean, would you care to comment on that? We talked about it briefly, but you were in on that a lot. I just would love to know your opinion on the quality of that.
The dev team are absolute quality. We know that from the dev team, and the auditors. We went through a lot of auditors, and it's interesting because when we started with Blaze, when I talked with Ali last week, in January we thought it was going to be this straight line, and we just this is what we want, get it done. But you realize it's ups and downs. There's so many different things. And in hindsight, when I look back, I go, wow, I personally learned a ton, because in Web 2, I've have my own business in it for 15 years and a lot of Web 2, but Web 3, I've never done a Web 3 project and seen it be developed. So the whole process is fascinating. And the amount that all of us have learned in the process is superb, but we had such quality team. We had no expense spared on devs, on auditors. We just got the best possible we could find.
Be honest though, I'm sure there was a few times in there you wanted to tie them up with a noose. No.
Yeah. So expectation, reality. Our expectation is get it done right now, but reality is there's a lot of complexities out there.
Yeah, there really is, and yeah, it's been a great learning curve. I think the learning curve bodes us well for the future. We have, for what we've got coming next as well. So we'll get successful launch coming here. When we've tested this thing rigorously, so we're really not expecting any hiccups when it comes to launching on Wednesday. But yeah, what we've learned so far as a team, we've finally found, eight guys in our team. We've kind of finally found what each person within the team's strengths and weaknesses are, and we're really over the last few weeks leaning in and divvying up the work better. People, we've got not even just our own team of 8, gelling much better now and working at our own strengths, but the people that we've got in the back end, the likes of the developers, the likes of the auditors, we've got well built, trusted relationships with people now. We've dealt with people who have been really bad. We've dealt with people who have been really awesome, and I think just all that really bodes well for what's coming next. We get the launch on Wednesday, and then we can start teasing everybody with these beautiful NFT contracts and things, and all the weird and wonderful things that are coming next. But yeah, get your friggin' ETH ready. Get it sent to the DJ wallet. Ready to start buying.
Yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. Launch day is gonna be fun, exciting, volatile. It's gonna be everything. I'm gonna be just sitting there monitoring the launch, making sure everything's right, and then maybe I'll jump in later on. But it's gonna be exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's going to be fascinating how it's going to play out because we designed these tokenomics and be discussing them for months. Spent a long time fine-tuning them, but to see them in play and see how the dominoes are going to fall and the cards will go is going to be fascinating just for me to watch personally.
Your favorite saying when the cards fall.
Make ETH devs great again. Oh yes, it's going to be so exciting to watch that. Those pools filling up.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for being on our Telegram, and smash like and subscribe if you don't mind to our YouTube channel. Telegram has been off the chain today. It's been fun to engage with everybody in there, and we're grateful that y'all are participating in there as well.
Okay, so lads, gentlemen, none of us when we launch will have any Blaze tokens. Do you plan on trying to get yourself some Blaze tokens? I'll ask everybody quickly. Josh, have you any plans for launch, or is it just get the thing launched, see what happens, or do you hope to try and maybe participate in one of those first 3 days of auctions?
I mean, the degen in me wants to buy a market, but I think I'm going to be way too distracted in making sure everything's right and marketing and getting everything out there. But we'll see how I feel on the day. We'll see how much sleep I've had for the next 3 days. I probably not too much, to be honest. And then auction wise, yeah, I'm going to definitely jump in day one just to be part of that excitement. And then that first week, first say 5 days, I'm going to be looking for them days, them quiet days, and I'm going to be jumping in. I'm going to be definitely going hard on them quieter days for sure.
Good to know. What about you, Rain Man?
The DGM part, like Josh says, wants to jump in the liquidity pool when it forms, but I'm not going to do that. Whatever I do, it's going to be auction based and staking long term. So that's if I do something. I don't know if it'll be the first day. I imagine the liquidity pool will form within seconds, if not minutes, and it'll be just an incredible. There's so much game theory to this protocol, as we've all discussed, but I want to contribute to it. I want to, this is a staking protocol. I think, in Ethereum, let's make these divs great again, right? So I'm going to contribute to that and just be a holder, till the bull cycle flips, and hopefully this thing will be in the multi 6 figures by that time. So we'll see what happens.
No financial advice, of course.
Never, ever financial advice. I don't even know how to type or use a computer, so don't listen to me on that.
What about you, Steve? You know, Steve, we've known each other for a couple of years now, and before we even started working on this, same with you, Josh. You know, had plenty of DMs, both you guys back in the day. We've been sitting there with our friggin' fingers on the trigger for many launches in the past.
Yeah, we have.
So what about you, Steve?
And we've become pretty good at launches. You know, getting our slippage, getting on MetaMask already. Yeah. So for me, I'll be approaching. I'll just be buying on market as soon as that liquidity pool is gone. I'm going to be buying on market just like I do all the projects I love. But I just won't be selling it. I mean, if it wasn't my project, I maybe I would, but because my project, I just hold it. But yeah, buying on market that first day is
Steve,
my strategy.
Steve, why don't you tell the listeners about the best way to exit if they're buying on market?
Yeah, and this is good for not just the Blaze launch, but all big launches is exit through liquidity. So in liquidity pools, just a quick synopsis. You on a V3 liquidity pool, you can put one side in or the other, so it doesn't have to be balanced. So it's a great strategy to DCA in. Like back in the day, I actually DCA'd into Hex this way. I just put in Ethereum on one side of the liquidity pool, and then when the price of Hex dropped, I used to pull that liquidity and have some cheap Hex. That's not how I did it. But so to exit, and it's decent on me to exit through liquidity because you don't hurt the price, you don't get trapped in slippage and lose value. But buyers will buy your token, and then you pull your liquidity when people have bought into your token. So V3 single-sided liquidity exit. Go do some research on YouTube. Maybe we should do a video about that in the next few days to help everyone out.
And we could post Mike Dean's video on single-sided liquidity exiting it did for Jake. You know, that's an excellent video. And you could do one too, Steve, because you're the master of that. As far as I'm concerned, you make it sound easy, right? But you got to pay attention to it. But it is the right thing to do. So, 100% on that.
Yeah. Also, just to add to that, if you're exiting through a V3 LP, obviously Blaze and Titan X are V2, but I'm sure there'll be a community member who will deploy a V3 pool, and once that's live, that's the best way to exit. If you want to buy on market, exit into the pump. Set your tight range and end fees while you sell your position. It's the best way to do it. So we definitely need to do a bit of teaching around that because I don't think enough people know how to do it. Personally, in the community, Titan X community, all the degenerate communities that we're a part of, I think we can do a lot more. So we'll make an effort to teach people and help people understand that more as we move through this launch.
Yeah, it's also great for passive income when you're providing liquidity. I mean, I remember Titan X, I was providing liquidity on that, and the APR was like over 1,000% a year.
Yeah, he was doing really well on that one. He was doing really well on that, Steve. I remember.
Yeah. But of course, there was a lot of volatility, so to take in risk on the downside. But it was good. It was good. It was a good one. That.
Yeah, that's why that's the view behind you is a view from your window, your house. You did so well.
Yeah, I used to live in a place in Asia with that, and that was basically my view. So I like this. I like that. Yeah,
it's cool, man. It's great.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the stream with Rags the Riches is going to be quite interesting on Tuesday. We've got that one lined up for Tuesday, and because before we might have been just asking him about what he was doing, the state of Pulse Chain, what he thought, but I think more will definitely be hitting him with all the stuff we've got going on. I know it's kind of good too that he has come out publicly before and kind of said that he likes the Titan X ecosystem. I don't know whether he was a big participant in it, but he did say that he thought the actual tokenomics of it were good. So it'll be interesting to see, what he thinks when we run through the white paper with him on Tuesday. Because
he's got his R2R network, and I know that the Verse is quite a big part of that. I know he does a lot on Titan X, so I'm sure he'll be very interested in what we've got to say on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that there's people people that you know yourself, unless you actually dig into the white paper, you don't really know what's going on. I even seen Trevon in one of the things he said in the Telegram group today was that it's a DBZN fork, something like that, you know, and it's freaking a far cry from that. So hopefully when we launch and we get more eyeballs, people will start to dig in and see some of the awesome things that there is built into this protocol. But that Rags the Riches one will be a good one on Tuesday. Just, you know, it's literally the night before launch, so I'll be excited for that one. And then we had streams lined up every day next week. The only day we actually didn't have one lined up was, and it works quite well, it was Wednesday. So we're going to have plenty to talk about on Wednesday night anyway.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Rags to Riches, that's going to be, he's a fantastic guy. So there was some comment that it's like DBZN, and definitely DBZN the inspiration, and we like Razvan and all what he's doing. And if Razvan would come on our show, we would just love it. We would love Razvan to come on our show and just talk about his project. We just want to hear about what he's doing.
I would.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I'm gonna reach out to him right away and try and invite him on next week. I'm sure he'll love it. Justin, you've been looking after these giveaways and these contests for about 5 or 6 weeks now. I think we've given away about $6,000 up to now. So have you got anything planned this week, or what's the crack of that?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. So I'm just going to look at what I've got over here, because we were creating a contest and making sure that we honored our community members with our next contest. And basically what we're going to be doing is for the contest, you have to guess the exact time in minutes and seconds of how long it will take for the Blaze protocol to form the initial liquidity pool by purchasing the $30,000 of Titan X and pairing it with 14K of Blaze. All right. So, and we'll make a post in a little while and put it out there for everybody. And, but that's the synopsis of it. That's the quick one. Yeah, it'll probably be really fast. So maybe he'll win. Maybe he'll win.
You may need to go down the milliseconds, you know.
Yeah, but we'll be able to verify everything on chain, so it's not like and so we all be able to see when the pool is formed. So it'll be straight up clear. And I hope that is that what we talked about, guys. Did I miss anything on that one? Okay.
That I know of.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll put a post out there later for everybody. I mean, yeah, so we'll get that out there to you guys too.
Yeah, prove to sleep. I'll just guess 1 second and put 30K straight into the protocol. Bing, as soon as that transaction goes through, yeah, that could be the one. Yeah, I mean, if we end up with people saying, you know, whatever it is, say 59 seconds, and it is that, and if a number of people have said the same, and then we'll just do a random spinny wheel thing to pick the winner if there's a number of people guess the right time.
Yeah, and you can't join if you're a member of the Blaze team, by the way. Yeah, you can't join the contest. So. Scott's guessing right now on screen. Yeah, cool. Well, I hope you guys are happy with that. So our community, we're ready to roll, ready to rock.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's going to be exciting. We've got a lot to do for the next few days. Let's face it. I'm not planning on sleeping much, so it's going to be tiring, exciting. But yeah, I'm here for it. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah, you've put in a good shift with the devs and auditors over the last couple of months. So thanks very much from the team for that. There, we said a couple of weeks ago that when you get to the end, the jobs that need to be done kind of dwindle away a little bit. Now, yes, we've got the marketing side and the streaming, and but on the actual kind of back end work, whenever the only thing to be done was devs and auditors, I didn't have too much to take part in. So yeah, there was a few guys in the team stepped up and took over that stuff. So yeah, cheers for that, Josh. Steve as well.
Yeah,
it's been definitely a team effort. The last 2 to 3 weeks has been like all hands on deck. It's been brilliant, actually. Really, really good.
Now, here's one for you as well, right? One thing that I learned with launching Pulse Wars is that when it launches, it's only the beginning of the work. can't think. Yeah, now the only thing is that the good thing with Blaze is that it is fully decentralized. You know that this thing the contracts all run themselves, but the marketing will never stop. The community engagement will never stop. The tweaking of the tweaking of the marketing messages, the tweaking of the UI, and just keeping things up to date. That'll all never stop. And then on top of that, the building and the planning for what comes next for the community and the projects never stops as well. So, yeah, I mean, even for these next couple of days, there's going to be a lot of small little jobs needing done, and it's probably going to be busier than the last 6 months, probably these next few days.
I'll tell you why it'll never stop. Because Steve DeFi comes up with a new idea every single fucking day. So the work will never stop, believe me.
It's very true, and they're great ideas.
Hey, we've got a lot of viewers here tonight. It's good. It's good to see. I think there's a lot of excitement for this launch. So I'm buzzing, man. I'm absolutely buzzing.
Twitter
awesome.
too. There's more on Twitter than YouTube, which is kind of cool.
That's always the way. Yeah, I mean, because we've been saying for weeks. We've been saying days, not weeks. I think we first came up with that well more than 2 weeks ago.
Now it's real. The meme is real. Don't worry, it's real.
Oh, yeah, what are they? Hours, not days.
Yeah, no. Okay. Well, were we going to do a Telegram chat later, Josh? Were you going to be up for that, or is that something you're still down for? Maybe. Do we want to let people know?
Yeah, I'll jump in the voice chat, and if anyone wants to jump up and have a chat, ask any questions about what we're doing, you know, the white paper, the mechanics, then just feel free, jump in, and or just ask anything. Ask what I've been doing today. I'm not.
Yeah.
We'll have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so look, before we wrap it up, there any last things you guys want to say? Anybody want to say anything else before we wrap it up?
We just appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's engagement with us and patience with us over the last 5 months. Thank you.
Good shout.
My last thoughts are: get your Titanex ready if you're planning to buy on market day one, and stack that ETH. Send it from your exchanges. Get it into your wallets ready, because it's going to be exciting for sure.
4 days. 4 days countdown starts. It's already started. Is there a timer or you got a timer maybe put up on the website?
Good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Good idea.
All right.
So you're jumping in the voice chat and Telegram then, are you?
Yeah, I'll open it up shortly. I'm just going to go and have a drink and that, and then I'll open it up. So if anyone wants to jump in, just feel free, come over and we'll have a chat. Anyone's welcome.
Okay. Awesome. Well, look, to the community, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be some of the team will be on Mike Dean's weekly Build on Titanex Spaces. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions pop up in the chat there tomorrow. Probably, in fairness, tomorrow during that, many questions will come up about the launch, about how the protocol works. It could almost be like a kind of mini deep dive, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of community members. You know yourself, when the project is ready, then you've got to really start learning. You know, if you're watching from a distance, maybe you haven't been paying attention to exactly how everything works. So, you know, tune into the spaces tomorrow, Mike Dean Spaces on Twitter, and then we have streams every night, or streams Monday night, stream Tuesday night with Rags to Riches, and then that's us into Wednesday launch day. So yeah, pop into the Telegram, folks, and yes, there we go. Around 11 a.m. GMT, Wednesday the 26th. Please. Set the launch. Let's go.
Awesome. All right. Shall we close out with our official video again as we, as an outro? Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody. All right. We'll close her out.